Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show has an NL East matchup. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. Our starter in this one, Ranger Suarez. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ronald Acuna Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Pitch misses. 3-2 now. Caught him looking for the K.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
So here's Riley now. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, bases empty. This ball's chopped on the ground. Whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Michael Harris II.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Two outs, base is empty. That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Phillies coming up to hit, no score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, and on the hill, Spencer Strider. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Bryson Stott leading things off and takes a strike. Strider deals. And a foul ball. to swing and a miss. And a quick out, number one. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Trey Turner at the plate. The shortstop takes the ball. Late on that fastball.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
There's a strike. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie. And instead of it being
well, he's under it to make the catch in center, and we'll take a break. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. Here is Matt Olson. Suarez back to work. That's inside.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you'll get a little extra the plate, and sometimes you won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
Here's the pitch to Olson. That one fouled off. 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one is absolutely belted. That's going back. Back some more. Out of here. He hammers one out to right. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Just missed.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. And delivers outside. Suarez maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
So here's Murphy now. And first offering is fouled off. Suarez Not a big strikeout guy, but still very effective as far as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that involves the defense and really gets him involved in the action. That one hammered center field. That's back. See you later. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now in for the Braves, Eli White. And that's downstairs and outside.
He moves the ball around all the quadrants of the strike zone and will add and subtract velocity. And because of that, he gets the weak contact. It's all about missing the barrel of the bat.
Next offering is fouled back. It seems like this type of guy is kind of a dying breed nowadays.
Well, exactly. When teams are looking for high velocity, high strikeout rates, a guy like this doesn't necessarily do that. So in order to really appreciate how good he is, you have to see him, because if you're just looking at a stat sheet, you might overlook him.
Ground ball to the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Batting 8th, center fielder Michael Harris.
2 outs, base is empty. Michael Harris the second. Digs in now. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that's in the dirt. 1-1. There's a swing and a drive. And it's into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers
Allen
coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So runner at second, 2 down. Nick Allen now at the plate. The shortstop takes the ball. Man on second, 2 down. In the dirt.
1-1.
Ball to strike. In the air, foul off first. Boom, makes the catch, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the veteran DH, Kyle Schwarber. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Just missed. And another ball.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
The next offering misses. And that's ball 3. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And that one fouled off. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Harris sizes this one up, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Alec Bohm.
And here comes Alec Bohm. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
He swings and fouls one off. Got him. That K is his third of the game. Off to a strong start, Siggy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. White grabs it on the run. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Back here in Philadelphia, on to the third inning. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Acuna, a strong-armed right fielder, hitting leadoff in today's game. And he was born in Venezuela. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. Foul ball there. Next offering way off the plate. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here comes Austin Riley.
Third baseman,
0 for 1.
Austin
He grounded
Riley
out in his first at bat. On the corner for a strike. 0-1.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Gone. That one felt good. His 9th homer of the year. It's 3-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. And that is downstairs. And that is ball 1. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Inside, just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
foul ball. And a 2-1 on the way. Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Bounced up the middle. Fires to first on the run, and they get the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 down, base is empty. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. He's already homered here in this one. That one pushed to the left and foul. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-2. On the ground, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Wasn't able to
Ozzie
elevate
Albies.
that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Grounded out his first time up. And that curveball drops in there for a strike. That's to third. Harper throws to first in time, and Albies is retired. They limit the damage here. One more for Atlanta on the homer. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark.
off
Max
for
Kepler
the
at the plate.
Phillies, left fielder, Max Kepler.
And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
Batting 8th, catcher J.T. Realmuto.
Here's JT Realmuto. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Pitch misses, and 1-1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field. Really love the pitch
Batting
sequence
9th,
right there. I'm
center
telling you what,
fielder,
pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Marsh.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. That's in there. That's strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Two outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Murphy fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Braves 3 and the Phillies 0. Back at Citizens Bank
Leading
Park,
off
John
for the
Sciambi with
Braves,
Chris
catcher,
Singleton,
Sean
and set to
Murphy.
lead off the fourth, Sean Murphy. And the first offering is not close.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
And that is in for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
Two to count.
Fights it off. He'll see another. That one just misses, and it's a full count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Check swing at a 3-2. Appeal down to first. No, he held back. That's ball 4.
When you go that deep into it at
Now
bat,
batting,
the hitter
left
usually
fielder,
comes out on top.
Eli White.
Man at first, nobody out. And next for Atlanta, Eli White. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play. Murphy aboard here at first with nobody out. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Tanner Banks preparing to come on if needed. Sanchez getting loose as well. Runner on the move. The 1-1 is fouled off. Nobody out. Runner at first. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that's a foul ball. The 1-2. And there's a ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Grounder might be 2. Flips it. There's 1. And that's 2.
Well, a very fast developing play right there. No margin for error. Nice double play on a fast runner up the line.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. Doubled his first time. There's a strike. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That
That's
one
a ball.
missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Hit on the ground to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Whips it across. And that is the inning. And the Braves go down quietly. But they lead it 3-0. And we're back. This is Bryson Stott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Trey Turner. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman Bryce Harper.
Here is Bryce Harper. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That one missing inside. 1 out and a runner at second.
Aye.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That one misses. Now 3-1.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
First and second, 1 out. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Yeah, that's fouled off. Runners at first and second with 1 gone.
Yeah.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Schwarber strikes out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Boom. The next to hit takes ball 1.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
Stop at second. Harper at first. 2 out of the inning. And it's 1-1. This one popped up. He's got it. And that is that. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Braves 3 and the Phillies nothing.
Now pitching.
We're
for
back,
the Phillies.
and there's a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the fifth.
61.
Christopher Sanchez.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work
Leading off
ahead of
for
them.
Atlanta,
Best case
shortstop,
scenario might be if he
Allen.
can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Right fielder, Ronald
So the lineup
Acuna
flips over.
Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves. 0 for 2 in this one. And ball one to the right fielder. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Off the plate inside, and now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one off the mark, and now 3-0. And there's ball four.
That pitch is in.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Third baseman, Austin
Here's
Riley.
Austin Riley. He's already homered in this game. Breaking ball, and that got him.
That ball hit him.
Now batting, designated
2 on,
hitter,
1
Marcell
out. Next is the
Ozuna.
designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Right through there for a strike.
Really good job in this
0-1.
spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Just missed.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one hit to right. Pulls it in on the run. That's out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And now Matt Olson up to hit.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
Hey.
In the dirt, but kept close.
The count.
Next offering is fouled back. Two on, 2 outs. Swing, and he breaks his bat. And that's the 3rd out. Two left for Atlanta, but they lead at 3-0. Back here in Philadelphia, here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Strider back to work. Just missed.
Well, these Phillies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. And out number 1 on the grab.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in,
Now
but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Max Kepler.
Now batting Max Kepler. Grounded out his first time up.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
That clips the corner.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Next pitch, not close, up high. And down on strikes. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. And now it is JT Real Muto. He was a strikeout victim his first time. In there at the knees, and that is strike 1.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. Top 6. Now at the plate, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies.
Albies in his 8th season, 28 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. First pitch misses. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Here's Sean Murphy. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1. That one pushed foul. Up the middle. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
If he would have had just a little quicker release going up the middle, he's maybe able to get that out right there. And that's the kind of play that defines the best shortstops between just the average ones.
So a man at first. Eli White next up for the Braves. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Murphy leads off first with one away.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true.
That's ball 2.
Towards first. Off balance feet. There's one. And that's all they'll get.
Now batting center fielder.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
So now to the plate for Atlanta. Michael Harris the second. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Sanchez throws over. White dives back in safely. Two outs. Missed with a changeup. Yeah, that's ball 2. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And another ball.
3 balls, no strikes.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Nick Allen getting ready to hit. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Braves 3 and the Phillies 0. Back here in Philadelphia, and now the center fielder, Brandon
Marsh.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next offering upstairs. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
back to the top of the lineup. And now Bryson Stott.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The Braves leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Just off the outside edge. One down, base is empty. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Goes down looking.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there. And
Now
I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Turner up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Outside low. And now 3-0. So Turner reaches base. And this is a guy with good speed.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Turner runs. Pitch misses inside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
The 1-0.
Hey!
This one high in the air to left center. Harris sizing this one up. And that is that. One left for Philadelphia. They trail in this one 3-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Jose Ruiz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. A walk and a pair of strikeouts.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
And first offering is fouled off. And it's fouled away. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here comes Austin Riley, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. Ball one and a pitch inside. Just missed. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Tanner Banks, the left-hander, up and throwing. Strom warming up as well. That just misses,
outside.
and it's 3-0. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Gets off a throw. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Gets against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Here's Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And it's even up to Ozuna.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Tag. Ow. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Clearly right there trying to set themselves up for a big inning, try to get 2 runners in the scoring position with nobody out. I mean, that could explode right here, but just didn't work right there. Thrown out at second base. They still got a chance though with this runner at third. Got to execute. Don't waste this opportunity.
Acuna stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Runners in the corners here, 1 away. And here is Matt Olson.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 6-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. You feel like everything goes slow motion when a breaking ball like that leaves the hand right down the middle of the plate, and it's like the pitcher screaming, "No!" and the hitter saying, "Yes!" and the ball gets tattooed for a big home run.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Jose Ruiz departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
New
for the
pitcher now,
Phillies.
Tanner Banks.
Number 58.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
One down. And next for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. And fires in a fastball at 95. Next pitch is downstairs. Still only 1 out here in the inning. One down, base is empty. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. So when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Murphy stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Atlanta gets 3 on the homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And now it's Alec Bohm. First pitch misses.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. And that one clips the corner. The Braves up big in this one. Here, the bottom of the 7th. That one way inside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead. At this point, got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Slice down the right side.
The count's full.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. His splits between April and May there.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
Boom, the base runner at first with 1 out. Outside low, and the count even 1-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And no one can get there. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting,
Max Kepler stands in for the Phillies.
Kepler.
That clips the corner.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. The throw in. He'll score. It's 6-1. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Not even close there. And it's 1-0. On the ground to first. Could be two. There's one. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Leading off for
Ready
Atlanta,
to begin the eighth. Now the left fielder, Eli White. Banks back to work. Foul ball. And that misses. And the count is 1-1. Cut on and lifted in the air. Castellanos on his horse. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Harris, batting with one down, takes a strike. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the eighth. Just missed.
Ball two.
And that one is inside. Check swing, called strike.
Count full.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Shortstop.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Nick Allen. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Next offering upstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball to Bohm. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Last half of the eighth coming up. Braves 6 and the Phillies 1. New pitcher on now, Aaron Bummer.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Aaron Bummer.
So digging in, Brandon Marsh.
For the Phillies, center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
That misses. Ball one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Rafael Montero appears to be getting loose. Lee getting cranked up as well. There's a strike at the knees.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Bummer deals. Not close with that one, and a count 2-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting, second baseman, Bryson.
Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. 1 for 3. And that's a strike.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Marsh gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that one pulled foul. Outside low, and the count is 1-2. To third. They get one. Out. On to Olsen. That's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Trey Turner. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Inside just missed. And the next pitch is way outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That's a walk. Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
So man aboard. Here's Bryce Harper. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Out towards left center. Squeezes it. That is the inning. Phillies strand 1. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Orion Kerkering.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. 50. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Acuna now. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Popped up. Stop. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Up next for Atlanta, third baseman Austin
Riley at the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And that's outside. And that's ball one. Movement in the bullpen. Carlos Hernandez getting ready to go. Strom also getting ready. Swing and a ball popped up. Stop on the move. Brings it in. And there's 2 down.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
2 down, base is empty. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Kerkering, 23 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2022. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. And that's outside. Ozuna checks his swing. Now it appeal to first. And that's a swing, according to umpire Matthew Ross. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Battling here as he fouls it away. That misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Draws the walk there. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here's Matt Olson. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
And that's in there at the knees. Ozuna leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Oh, and 2 now. And foul ball. The 0-2. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Good job to fight that one off. Two outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Inside ball.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Sneaks through, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Up next for Atlanta, second baseman Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 0 for 4 with 3 ground outs and a strikeout. Ball 1, no strikes. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball. That's inside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that one is downstairs. And it's 3-0. 2 on, 2 outs. Gets the strike. That was the sweeper. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And that'll load the bases.
Now batting, catcher Sean Murphy.
So bases all loaded up. Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. And downstairs. That one's in there, and the count 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Out to short, Turner. They get the force, and that is that. So they strand 3 and leave them loaded. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. Braves 6 and the Phillies 1.
Pitching for
Back
Atlanta.
now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Rafael Montero.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
Kyle Schwarber.
Edge of the zone, called a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Ball 1 there. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him, 1 away in the strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Now it's going to be Alec Bohm. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
Just a great effort all the way around at third base right there. Nice job to get a glove on it with the dive, but it was the recovery that was so impressive. If he doesn't hop to his feet and get the throw off in such a fluid motion over there, I kind of doubt he gets the out.
So it's their last chance in this one. Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. Fastball for a strike at 95. They're down to their final strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Montero is just 1 strike away. And 1-2.
Outside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Montero fires. And there's a ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Hit to second, and this should do it. On to first, ball game.
These hitters had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.